Hello and welcome to my channel. This is The Awakened Jenn. I'm Jennifer Halliburton, a Soulful Revolution certified tarot reader, spiritual advisor, and healing and manifestation coach. Each week on my channel, I do a weekly energy forecast to look at what is coming at us for the week ahead. So I'm pulling an angel number oracle card to get an angel number for each day of the week, and then I pull a tarot card to get the tarot energy for the week. And so that's helping me to see kind of what the whole week is going to be looking like. And so we're going to be going over that and then going through each day and pulling some more cards just to get more clarity as we go through it. But before we get started, I want us to take 3 deep breaths together and do the invocation to call in the spirit team. So if you close your eyes and take 3 deep breaths with me. All right, breathe in. That's 1. Breathe in. That's 2. Breathe in. That's 3. I now call in my angels, archangels, ascended masters, my higher self and guardian angels to please enter this present space and time. I call upon Archangel Michael to place a bubble of protection around us. Only beings of the highest vibration of pure love and light may enter in. So be it. All right. So let's go ahead and pull up this forecast for the week. All right. I will make it big. All right. So actually, let me change it just a little bit. There we go. Okay, so overall this week, we have a lot of positive energy. There is on Tuesday some heaviness that we're going to have to inspect because we've got the 10 of Swords showing up. And so 10 of Swords are not good moments. I also know that on Monday we have the Mars-Uranus conjunction, which I'm not going to go into depth about what that conjunction is because we've got lots of other places that are explaining it much better than I could. But I just know that that energy is going to be, quite heavy. So I was a little bit surprised to see the energy that did come out, the angel number and tarot energy that came out for the day, because I was already sort of expecting that day to be just sort of like, a duck and cover kind of day. But it does look like we have some expansion that comes from that energy. But it's going to lead us to some heaviness on the next day. But it's going to work itself out because you see towards the end of the week, we've got 11/11 showing up on Friday. 11/11 is wish granted. And so I do feel like that we are manifesting this week. And my initial feeling is that we do have a lot of changes coming in and that we don't need to be afraid of them. Because like, as I was looking at Tuesday, my just initial feeling is, yeah, that looks really bad, but for some reason it's heavy but not necessarily bad. I've got change down. So like I didn't even want to bring in like the rain, of the emotions. I didn't want to bring in the energy of the emotions. And so I do want to take this moment to kind of explain how I come up with what the energy looks like. So for me, the way that I'm seeing it is like, how much are you able to shine? How much are you able to, expand your light out into the world? And so, like, when I see like the clouds, that's when you're kind of like more closed in, you're more in your thoughts, your mental processes. When I see like the rain, that's the emotions coming out. The lightning, that's usually like strokes of ideas or downloads, or it's information to me. That's how I see just these different things. And like even the shades, where I'm choosing like this is a heavier energy, so it's going to be a darker energy versus a lighter energy is, just bright. And then where I've got just the regular suns versus like the big bright sun, the regular suns to me, this is just the most grounded, like we're fine. We're in our, just homeostasis. So like we're not too much one, too much the other. We're just completely just like that. We're in a good place. So like where we've got the bright sun, we're extra expanded. but like you can't stay in that energy all the time or it would, exhaust you. So you've got, your ebbs and flows. But I think overall this week is actually going to be a positive week for us, but we are going to have to give something up. So let's go ahead and start looking at it through the days and see, what's actually happening for us. All right, so let's come back to this view and go to Sunday. All right, so for Sunday, we have 5555 was our oracle number. So fives are all about change. And so I've been saying it for a while, and I've got to get just off of this is that, when I see fives, that's what scares me, because typically when people see multiple sixes, that's when they're like, oh my goodness, but it's always been the fives for me. But I think that I've got to let go of that story. Fives do not necessarily mean something bad is coming. It does mean change is coming, but it doesn't mean it has to be bad. So for 5555, we have clarity, great transformation, major changes, not just little changes, major changes, opportunity, fast-paced forward process. You aren't a victim of circumstance, rather you're the beneficiary of it. If that weren't the case, life would be pretty dull. You will set yourself up for success in the long run if you are willing to adapt to this shift. Everything is working out for the best. At long last, you are accomplishing what you set out to do. Everything will work out perfectly in the end. And so 5555. Things are changing, but everything is going to work out perfectly. Everything is you are going to set out and do what you set out to do. So this was all positive about, the changes that are coming, and just to embrace this, that you've been waiting for this change. And something that I was listening to earlier this morning, that was talking about Pluto is actually going to be going back to the 0-degree station on Wednesday. And the way that energy is working together, like whatever you're setting into motion up to this point, once Pluto goes back into that 0-degree station, you've set this, like this is now set in stone. So be very mindful of the choices that you're making, and like the intentions that you're setting this week, leading up, like I said, to that Wednesday where Pluto is going into that 0-degree station again, because that moment is sealing the deal. It's setting the fate. So, but we do have changes coming in, and with the 8 of Wands, I feel like that you are getting loads of information, loads of downloads, just ideas just popping off all over the place. You are very inspired right now. I feel like that the energy is moving very quickly, that there could even be potential travel that is necessary. And this is on Sunday, but energy is moving very quickly. I get that most of this is just the ideas, the inspiration is flying. All right, let me pull, what is some of the ideas? No. What is the change? What's the change that we need to be prepared for? We have the Knight of Wands, the 8 of Pentacles, and the 9 of Swords. So with the Knight of Wands, that is something that it's your passion. This is something that is your passion that you've been working towards. With the 8 of Pentacles, this is something that, something very passionate that you've put a lot of effort in, and that you've been really, really stuck in your head, worried that this thing was not going to come to you. All right. So let's go ahead and move to Monday. So Monday, we have, okay, that's the Mars-Uranus conjunction day. So that energy, like I said, that's a whole separate energy that I want you to just do your own research for about how this might be affecting you. But I think like we all need to be mindful that this could be just a very harsh energy. Watch your words, be careful about who you're spending your time with on that day. Just, the relationships that matter to you, make sure that you are being nurturing of that and like being protective of those. But what the cards I pulled with the Oracle card, 0000, we have divine beginnings coming, limitless potential. Like that's why, like, the amazing expansion showed up for me. Reset, relaxation, unknown, surrender, finish line, success, victory. It serves as a timely reminder that anything can be accomplished. If you can dream it, there is no reason you can't make it into reality. If something is in the possession of another person, it is also available to you. So try to remain calm. What's meant for you won't pass you by. Let go of tension, relax. And, one of the things that has always been sort of a life motto for me is if it is humanly possible, meaning if there is another human out there that is doing this very thing, and it's something that I want to do, I know for a fact I can do it. Like it's got to be something that's humanly possible first. And I want to do it. Because if I want to do it, I'm going to do the work. And, when I put in the effort, it's not going to feel like effort. And so I do think that you need to, as these ideas are coming in, you need to be very open. Like don't instantly think that a dream is too big. I think that you need to just allow all of these in and to dream really big, because we have the divine beginnings coming in and the limitless potential. And that's one of the words that I've been saying just for the past few weeks. It's just like the potential is just like amazing. I mean, just it could be anything. Like the potential is just so potent right now. And it's like all the aces. It's all the aces are out. All, just for it feels like for so many people right now. I mean, I really do think a lot of people are experiencing this time of renewal and new beginning. And that is part of what this said was a reset. It's a reset coming. And so the tarot energy that we got was the Ace of Swords. You're going to have clarity. You're going to know what is your personal truth, what you need to do to move forward. And so I feel like that because you've been in this energy right here, this Nine of Swords energy of just very much in your head, not knowing what direction you needed to go, just worried that things were not going to work out for you, or that you wouldn't know. There's something here about not knowing what you need to do. And so you're going to finally know what you need to do. Let's go ahead and ask that question. So what is this clarity that is coming in? We have the Six of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles, and the Four of Cups. So the Six of Pentacles is about how I can make my energy actually work for me. So, because what I'm getting about this is like, you might have had a whole lot of ideas and you've tried a lot of different things and they just haven't worked out. Like you put a lot of effort out there. This is what I'm getting from, like, you put a lot of effort out there already to all these different ideas and none of them have paid off yet. Like they're not even bad ideas. And you know that, but it's just like you've done a lot of things and so far nothing has paid off yet. But you're figuring out, and this kind of ties back into the forecast from last week, is just that you're kind of figuring out what your actual resources are that are the most valuable, that are bringing the most return for you. So you're figuring out what efforts you need to do in order to bring in the balanced resources. So like that's what I'm getting, is that you are the truth that you have, the clarity that you have, is that you know what efforts to take that are going to bring back that equal reward. Like it's the equal balance, give and take. And so you are, with the Page of Pentacles, manifesting in a new opportunity. You're starting something new. You're a fresh beginning at something. And it is something with the Four of Cups, something that you thought that you had missed out on. And it's because things weren't working out. You've tried all of these other things and those things weren't working out. And so this is something that you thought that you had missed out on, or maybe you had thought, you had put this one on the back burner, this idea on the back burner, because maybe you didn't give it enough credit to begin with. All right. But you do know on Monday, what steps you need to take to move forward. And so, because I know that on Tuesday, the next up is the Ten of Swords, then that tells me that you know what you're going to need to let go of. All right, so let's go ahead and move to Tuesday. All right, so Tuesday is just very heavy energy. So that's why I have the dark clouds with the angel number 1221 and the Ten of Swords. So 1221, taking initiative. So again, like I said, on Monday, we have the clarity of knowing what that next step is, knowing what the thing is that we need to start, knowing the new beginning that we need to take. And this is, again, divine beginning. So like we have figured out our purpose. And now then with the 1221 taking initiative, it's really time to implement the change. So change, optimism, joy, communication, messages, good news, expression, high vibes. Work with what you have and it will get you places. Count your blessings and acknowledge your dear ones. You will find inspiration and figure out a way forward. You might also be getting some good news. So 1221. It's up to you to take that step, to take that first step. It's up to you to take the first step. And I did write down in my notes, this is heavy. It is change, but it is not necessarily bad, because that's the overall, just looking at everything else, there's just too much other expansive energy that's combining with it for this change not to be a positive in your life. So let's go ahead and look. We've got, the Ten of Swords. We know that's an ending. We've talked about this Ten of Swords pretty much the whole reading, because this feels the most significant, like out of anything out of the cards that I'm looking at. This is the one that, what's changing? What is changing? So this is an ending, and it's something that once it's done, it's not coming back. And it lines up so perfectly with that Pluto going into the 0 degrees and really sealing the deal. So, I mean, this makes perfect sense. Something is done. We're not going back to that old way. All right, so let's see. What is the thing that's done? What are we done with? We have Justice, the Three of Wands, and the Knight of Swords. All right, so with Justice, for some of you, this really could be something legally that you have been dealing with. There could be something legally that has come. Finally, you have the resolution. You have things are being made right. Sometimes this is also in relationship to divorces, marriages, divorces. But whatever this decision makes things right. This decision makes things right. So it's the right decision, and you're the one that's making it. Like, you're the one who is taking this initiative to set this thing in motion. And so with the Three of Wands, it is about this is about expectations. So with the Justice, I think that you need to expect that this is going to go the way that you want it to go. I think that especially with the other messages that came out, they just coming back, especially to this one. All of the 5 energy, it's telling you, yes, the changes are coming, but these changes are for your good. In fact, I believe it says it. You are the beneficiary of it. You are the beneficiary of these changes. So that is for your good. And then with the Knight of Swords, that's just putting you right on your path, putting you right where you were already wanting to go, where you were already wanting to be. All right. So let's move forward now to Wednesday. So 717 has been kind of yelling at me anyway. So like, I've kind of been wondering what was up with that day, because I've been seeing that angel number just a lot, 717. But the angel number that we got for that day is 1011, and we got the King of Cups. And so I've got that this is just, a regular sunny day. We're kind of coming back. And once we made that decision, I think the hard part was making the decision. But because we know that this is for our good and it's getting us to our higher levels of where we're actually wanting to be, I think that we're okay with it. We're okay with the path that we're moving forward with. So with 1011, we have take action. So we're still just in that active mode. We are not sitting this week. We are doing things this week. All right. So hope, new beginning, fresh start, lifestyle, purpose, spiritual awakening. This is a call to action to move forward. The sooner that you get going, the sooner you will accomplish what you set out to do. Those with patience will eventually reap their perseverance, reap the rewards of their perseverance. Sorry. I was just thinking, okay, so 1011 is like one up from 1010. And so like this is telling there's an urgency here. Like we've got to get moving. We have to get moving. Okay. So whatever decision you just made, we're not going to, because sometimes when things are over, we have a tendency to want to kind of sit and just, like we have to pamper ourselves through it. Like it's something, but we're nurturing ourselves through this ending, but we don't actually have time for that. And that's what I'm getting is there's an urgency here. Like, okay, we've made the decision. We can't just stay here. This was one decision because we have taking initiative. That's like making an action, right? And then this card says take action. So I feel like that was one decision that needed to be made, but now there's a whole other, we've got to go this way. We've got a whole other place to go. So there's two things that are happening right now. We're ending one thing, but we are taking off in the direction towards the other thing, and we have an urgency about it. And so the tarot energy for Wednesday is the King of Cups. And so while there is an urgency, I feel there's also a heating of emotional intelligence through this, that, we want the highest good of all. So like, however we can be diplomatic as we're making these swaps and these changes, like we need to be very diplomatic in the way that we're doing this. There's a right way and there's a wrong way is what I'm kind of getting, is that even though there's urgency, yes, but with the King of Cups, he knows how to lead people in a way that is nurturing. It is caring. It's like, I'm not trying, while I did just destroy you, I'm not trying to. I'm loving you through the process. There's something funny about that. I'm sorry. Is I may have laid you out on the ground with all those swords, but it was for your own good. Is how I'm getting it. There's emotional intelligence needed as you're making this shift. So let me just get some guidance. So give me some guidance about what is this, what's our best move? What's our best move right there? We have the Five of Pentacles, the Magician, and the Four of Swords. So the Five of Pentacles, I think this is about just helping others, making sure that we are, I think part of this transition, we're not going to, okay, while it is going to be over, we're going to gently make that transition. So I feel like that we're not just leaving them high and dry. That's what I'm getting, is we're not just, when we're making this decision, we're not just leaving this other high and dry. There's some sort of compromise here, like that is helping us both kind of separate and both be okay, both get in because I just keep getting the highest good of all. So we're figuring out the way to make sure that nobody's feeling left out in the cold. As we're making this shift, we're making sure that the other people affected do not feel left out in the cold. Okay. So we are manifesting in healing. We're manifesting in rest, restoration, the reset. I think that just all of that, we're manifesting in just, I really think a lot of people are moving up to new timelines. I do think we have a timeline shift that is happening. I definitely have felt it for myself. I mean, my life just right here today is not anything the same as it was 2 months ago. Not even the same. Not even the same. Like, I can't even wrap my head around how much change happened in my life just in that short amount of time. And so I just feel like that a lot of other people, that's not just me. Like, I know that's not just me. So a lot of people are going through literal timeline shifts. So what does a timeline shift look like when when it happens to your life is like all of a sudden, you've got a whole new job. So all the people you talk to, all the people you're connected with are no longer the same. Or you move to a whole new city. And so, like, that's a whole timeline shift because your daily life, the way that you lived your daily life is never going to be the same again, right? Just, and it's instant. It's like when you go through a timeline shift, it's literally like, just everything just all of a sudden your life was one way and now it's this. And, typically it's a positive when you go through the timeline shifts, but it's not always. But what I've been seeing just for those around me, most people are leveling up. And really what I've been seeing, and I've said it in so many of the personal readings that I've done, we are really leveling up to the 5D. So many people have really raised their vibration, their consciousness enough that their realities are now based in the 5D. I've seen too many people that their lives are really that leveled up at this point. And so we are going through these shifts. And I think that this is what this shift is too. It's again, we are releasing anything that no longer serves us, anything that is holding us back into that lower vibration 3D reality. So anything there cannot go with us to that 5D state. So if you are wanting to be in your highest timeline, your highest version of your reality, your 5D reality, then you have to keep allowing the cutting away of all of these things that are still anchoring you down into those lower vibrational states. And that's what I really think that's why I think that ending doesn't like take a chokehold on us. It doesn't like just completely take us down because we know that letting that piece go is rising us up and getting us into such better place, where we really want to be, and we can't be if we keep that other thing with us. Okay, so let's go ahead and move forward to Thursday. So Thursday, we are very in our head. So that's why lots of clouds. We're very in our head. So the angel number is 0440, and the tarot energy is the Two of Pentacles. And so the Two of Pentacles is just, oh my goodness, what do I do? It's just about making a decision. I can't make a decision. So with the angel number 0440, the gut feeling. So that's what we're going to have to be really sticking with as we're sitting here really trying to make these decisions. We have to go with our intuition. Intuition, betrayal, pessimism, relating, value, insight, increased perception, love, monogamy. Follow your gut. It's more than just a feeling. Be real with people and focus on meaningful relationships. Remember, you also must bring value to the table. Treat others with respect or else karma will bite you. 3 is a crowd. And so with 0440, you are supposed to be trusting your intuition right now. So whatever that thing is that you most feel, that is the correct thing that you need to go with. So as you are in this Two of Pentacles energy of, okay, I've got all of these different responsibilities. I can't do everything, so I have to let something go. Or you've got different choices in front of you. I can either do this or I can do this, but I can't do both. Go with your gut. Go with the thing that you feel You are correct. Whatever that feeling is, you're going to go with that. Go with your gut. All right. So we'll go ahead and move forward to Friday. So Friday, we have big energy again. We have 1111 was our angel number. And so that's wishes granted. And then the tarot energy was the 7 of Cups. And so the 7 of Cups tells me we have just like everything is open up to us. And so what do you want? You have your pick. And I did also make a note on this day so that I would remember to tell you that we are having our spiritual view episode 5. We're going to be doing it's going to be about full moon rituals, because we've got the full moon in Capricorn coming up on July 21st. And so this will air on what day is this? July 19th. On Friday, July 19th, we are going to show you how you can work with the full moon. We're going to give you rituals that you can use to help you work with the full moon energy. So definitely go to my sister channel and check us out that night. We will be live. And at the end, probably like the last 30 minutes or so, we'll be pulling cards for the viewers. So definitely come check us out. We've also been doing giveaways. It's a fun time over there. If you haven't checked that channel out, I will be linking it. Find us, check us out. All right, but back to the energy forecast. So Friday, I mean, it's wishes granted. It's like, what do you want? Like, literally, whatever you want. All the possibilities are open up to you. So 1111, wish come true. Moderation, patience, flowing, self-realization, manifestation, gateway, taking action. You're in for a lucky break. It may come as happy news, experience, new opportunities, or an exciting acquaintance. You will find yourself in the right place at the right time. It is not coincidence, but a gift of fate. So, I mean, just something very, very positive on that day. And it's going to open up so many possibilities for you with this 7 of Cups. And, the whole problem of this is I just don't know what I need to choose, because anything is possible. So make a choice, though, because the big theme here has been take action. So we're not just going to sit on this stuff. All right. So moving on then to Saturday, we have the sun. We're back in our grounded energy. So I do think that we do have some clarity, because with the 6 of Swords, there's movement. So we do know which direction we're going. And with the 7, that just feels very lucky energy anyways. We've got perseverance. So change of perspective. I like that. Reflection, inner strength, wisdom, enlightenment. There's a need for a change of perspective on whatever has taken over you now. If you want to succeed, you need to keep going down the road you're on. Reach for the wisdom within, and then you'll just know what the right next step is. And so the change of perspective, I think that's going to be the beauty of the energy that's coming with this. I think that this isn't expected. I think that when we're looking at the decision we're trying to make here, and I'm telling you to go with your gut, I think that the turnout was so much better than you ever expected. I don't think you expected that you were going to have, just the positive result coming in, and probably as quickly. And so that's the change of perspective I think that you're getting, is that good things do happen, that things do work out for you. And it is giving you the energy to be able to move on. So with the 6 of Swords, this is moving on from the trauma of the past. It is absolute movement, though. And a lot of times this is with the help of someone else. So this feels very positive. I just feel like if you've been stuck for a while, this week, things are opening up for you. All right, I'm going to pull with the guides of the hidden realms just to get what is some guidance for us for this week. All right. Some guidance for this week. We have frozen for a time. Non-action, slow down, not yet. So my first hit with this, since this feels different than the energy, the rest of the energy, is that this is explaining kind of where we've been. And this is a message that my own guides have been giving me as things felt like that they were kind of slowing down. And I wasn't wanting them to slow down. I had built this, big momentum. Like, no, I'm going. I need things to keep going. But then they did slow down. And I started to go into that fear state. And I'm asking my guides, what the world? This wasn't what I was trying to accomplish. What are we doing? And the message that I kept getting was that this is a gift. This is the calm before the storm, that this pause state that we've been in. And so that's what the pause state that we've been in, not one that we're going in. It's one that we've been in, was necessary to help give us the rest that we were going to need. Because that rest, in that rest time, not only were we getting the rest, but we were also taking in more information that we didn't have time to take in before, that was preparing us again for that next phase. We're in a season of preparation, and the season of preparation needed some rest. And so if you really understand like how healing works, so much cellular healing happens while you're asleep. That's why sleep is so important. And so if you've been pushing yourself nonstop for a while, you haven't been giving your body the time, the time that it's needed to do even the cellular level of healing. And so your body is now kind of forced you into this almost like a cocoon. That's almost like a cocoon state to be able to bring the necessary healing needed to bring you into the alignment. I do feel like that so many of us are leveling up to our crystalline bodies. If you're going to 5D, you did. That's how that works. So that is taking in a lot of energy in itself. And so if you've been called to just kind of don't panic, see that as a gift and take it. So that also comes back to this, everything is happening for you. And so when that pause state showed up, instead of resisting it, why is this happening? No, I want to keep going. I want to keep moving. I want like the momentum to keep moving. We were not staying in the present. The present was giving us rest. So we didn't move with the present. We resisted the present. But the present was literally a gift, a present. And so the gift was rest. And so I hope that as we can because remember, we're having a perspective shift that's coming in on next Saturday. The perspective shift, I hope, is going to help us realize how to handle these moments in the future so that we won't panic when we hit these pause states again, that we're going to realize, oh, wait, this is a chance for me to rest. This is a chance for me to just kind of meditate and to take in and to start expanding in other ways. So that's what I'm getting from the guidance of this card, is just to understand what that pause state was. Now then we're moving. Now we're in movement. So that's why I knew that our guidance isn't to stop, because the rest of this reading is we're taking action. So I feel like the message of that card really is to give you the clarity for the pause state that we've just been in. All right. So I'm going to close us out by pulling from the Art of Manifestation Oracle. So what can we do to help bring our manifestations in? Intention. Intention is a focused thought. Prayer is a focused thought. Worry is also a focused thought. Notice the predominant thoughts that you hold in your mind because these are actually sending a request to the universe. If necessary, consciously make adjustments to your thinking patterns. And so set your intentions. Set your intentions. Be intentional. Be intentional. And I mean, I really think that we are, as we're making that decision on Tuesday, the endings. And then as we're moving forward on Wednesday and we're taking the action and we're being very mindful of how we are affecting the people around us, because we're not trying to trample over people as we're making these shifts. We're trying to be, as that make the transition as peaceful and as for the good of all, beneficial for everyone. All right, so I'm going to close this out there. If you have found value in this video, I would appreciate it if you would subscribe to this channel. You can hit the bell for notifications, and it will let you know every time I post a new video. I post my energy forecast each Saturday, and I am posting some other videos throughout the week right now, but the only one that I do on a regular basis is this energy forecast. I do offer private readings. You can find information about that in the description box below. And also, I have my sister channel, The Spiritual View. On that channel, every Tuesday, I'm doing a reading. I'm alternating between angel messages and twin flame Tuesdays. And we also have on Mondays and Fridays now, we're offering our live where whoever can show up out of the Spiritual View crew will show up, and we're just doing answering questions and pulling cards, doing numerology, astrology for all the readers. I mean, it is what we're doing on that channel is really exciting. And so I'm putting a lot of my energy over there, and I hope that you are following me on that channel too. But this channel over here is still very special to me. So I still have my personal stuff that I'm trying to do, but what we're doing there, I hope that you are following that, because I mean, that's fun. What I like so much about that group is that we have so many modalities and talents and experiences, and just the way that we get our information is just all so different, but yet we're also so connected. And we'll have these conversations where Dawn will be going over the astrology, and Elizabeth will talk about numerology. Sari will be talking about, having messages from the Akashic records, and, I'm doing the angel messages, and we've got, the others are pulling the tarot, and it's all coming back to the same thing. And it's like blowing all of our minds. And Angie is really good at one of the things that she has is she gets music. And I mean, even just the songs that she's getting just validate everything else that the rest of us are, experiencing too. And so the energy between us is just phenomenal. And that's what you're getting, as when you're coming in for those group readings, you get all of us, and it's just amazing. So I hope that you will check us out over there. On Mondays and Fridays is when we're doing those lives. On Mondays, it's at 10 a.m. Eastern, and on Fridays, it's at 5 p.m. Eastern. So, all right. Other than that, I hope you guys have an amazing weekend, and I will see you later. Bye.